herzlich willkommen, liebe Zuschauerinnen und Zuschauer. Wie so vieles findet auch dieses Jahr die Berlinale digital statt. Und wir sprechen heute mit einer weiteren Teilnehmerin des Berlinale Talents Programms. Und ja, bei mir zu Gast ist heute Marie-Clémentine Dusabejambo. Sie ist Filmemacherin aus Ruanda und ihre Filme richten den Fokus auf gesellschaftliche und soziale Ungleichheiten. Ihr Kurzfilm A Place for Myself handelt von einem Mädchen mit Albinismus, das in der Schule diskriminiert wird. Und bevor ich mit Clementine spreche, schauen wir uns erstmal einen kurzen Ausschnitt aus diesem Film an. Film ab.
We are very happy also. Mama, sindi mwiza.
Yego uri mwiza cyane usa na papa wawe.
None se katageza kundeba.
Papa arakora cyane, afite akazi kenshi, agomba kubanza gukemura. Eric Yangwino. Abana ugiye kumbwira amazina yanyu witwa nde? Vuga cyane. Jean Felix. Wowe witwa nde? Kagame Maurice. None mwinduranye imyanya? Mwaza mwinduranye imyanya. Wowe witwa nde? Arno. Komeza uze wicara imbere.
Umwana wanjye ntagomba kwicara inyuma.
Nta kibazo. Hano hari umwanya naze wicara hano imbere. Wowe witwa nde? Abana ngiye hanze gatoya kandi amaso yanjye araba bareba ntimusakuze sibyo?
Yes, teacher.
Ninde ushaka kuba shefu w'ishuri maze akanyandikira abasakuza? Wowe
Ni umuzungu. Ndakwandika uri gusakuza. Nta nubwo uzi kwandika n'izina ryanjye. Witwa nde? Ahmed. Ngiye kwandika wowe, nawe. Ni umuzungu.
Hello Clementine, thank you for being here. Hi, can you introduce yourself shortly to our viewers? So who are you, what are you doing?
I'm Marie-Clémentine Dusabejambo. I was born and raised in Rwanda, and I work as a filmmaker, but I'm an engineer by training in electronics and telecommunication.
Okay, great. And we just saw a clip from your film, A Place for Myself, which is really interesting. What inspired you to make the film, and how did you come across the subject of albinism?
In real life, I'm mostly interested by people who find themselves in the conflict that they didn't initiate at first, and to see how they deal with that and how they survive with that. And when in 2012, when I was thinking about a second short film I can make, I heard a lot about the killings of albinism. Urban people in Tanzania. It was making headlines and it was linked to witchcraft and everything. But what comes to my mind was to think about what happened for a child when they are born different on the whole hill. In Rwanda, we have hills. So imagine to be the only one different on the hill, what can do to your mind. So I was mostly thinking about that. So that's how the idea came. The idea came with the killings of the Alban people in Tanzania and how it was linked to witchcraft, to people thinking that having the potion made from their body can make them rich or be cured of HIV, all those kind of stereotypes.
Okay, great. And how is it received in the society of Rwanda that you deal with such topics? So is it like a taboo topic, or how is it received?
Actually, it was not like a taboo. It was, there were an ignorance around the emotions that people can have of just being different, of just not fitting in what the society call normality. Mm-hmm. So I think many people, all the feedback I get, many people were like, oh, I didn't know that it feels like that to be an albino. And one day I had my mom say, oh, I wonder what I would have done if I have gave birth to an albino kid. What would I tell her? Because there is a lot of stage of life as we grow, mm-hmm. and she's an albino, she's a girl, she's a woman, she's Black, she's all those things that are different, that at any stage of life, she would have to go through challenges. So as a mom, what can I tell her? So it was like an eye-opening to an issue that is there in the society, to feel somebody's pain.
Mm-hmm. Is because you're speaking about your mother, and at the end of the film you also write that you dedicate the film to your mother. So is it because of that you just told us, or can you tell something about the background to that? Because you also wrote, you said you dedicated to all mothers who give unconditional love. What was your intention with that?
So my intention is that it all began with mothers. And when I started my career, it was my mom who believed in me. And I think I gave her a very heavy thing to carry, because she didn't know what cinema is. But she was like, oh, if you think it's something you can do, I will always have your back. And then when we were doing this film, actually the mother in the film is the mother to, it's her mother to in the real life. And I see the connection they had. And because the first day we had an actress and she couldn't cope with the main actress, Fabiola, in the film. Mm-hmm. And then later I decided to have her mother as her mother in the film. And so their connection, and we really during the shooting, we really witnessed the strong, I don't know if I can call it image between her and her mother, and also something that we all relate to, despite all they have to go through in the real life. We can feel that love, that unconditional love of just having to embrace who they are and what they have to go through to just live.
Okay, great. So that was like a strong bonding for all the actors, actually. Maybe you can tell us something about how the shooting went and how you got to these actors and how they felt, something about the shooting.
Yeah, so we shot it in 2016, and I had the idea of making the film in 2012. So I had a lot of time to go through research and meet people. So I met Fabiola during my research, and we built a strong relationship with her and her mom. And for the other kids who are in the film, it's my mom who proved them. So it's there were always this mom connection into the process. And we the shooting took 3 days. Mm-hmm. And it was challenging with the kids. You have to be patient because every time you are throwing out the body images. They feel it and don't want to work. So I really had an amazing crew, even if we were working in the conditions that we were into low budget film, we were not allowed to do the 4th day. We had just to do 3 days. But what we get was beyond the film, the image you get in the film, we got that double times during the time we spent with the kids.
Yeah, but really impressive that it only took 3 days, especially by working with kids. But coming back to the message to the film, do you think it has made a difference? So concerning racism, yeah.
Yeah, I think there is a difference. I can't say on which scale the film has made a difference, but the fact that we are living in a period where people can speak out against the racism, that is a big step toward the understanding, because I believe and I think most of the time the racism came when there is an ignorance in the situation. There is always an ignorance of knowing this. Someone is like me, someone is different, and that's what makes the magic of the world, of all of us being here. Otherwise, if we all look the same, it would be boring. The world would be boring. So it's just people need to know, to have that knowledge, to know that everyone needs a place to exist in this world. They are here. They have to be here. There's nothing else you can do about it. What can I get from this person? What can I give her? It's a giving and take, if I can say, yeah. So it's an ignorance, and because people are speaking out, I think there is change in the corner.
Okay, great. Great message. Speaking about filmmaking in general, because of the Berlin Talents Week, how did you get into filmmaking in general, and what was your motivation?
So when I started, I didn't know that I would be a filmmaker. When I started, there were a group of filmmakers in my neighborhood. It was the time I finished high school, waiting to go to university. And so they have started making films, and I would go to just see. And then they saw a call for script competition from Tribeca. And they asked me, why can't you send a story? So that time I sent a story and I was selected. And then I made my first film. I didn't know that it's something I will do. But then later, when I started to go to film festivals and meet other African films and talks about films, why people make the films and everything, it really gave me something, this is something I can do, because it touches the human psyche, and I'm more interested into psychology, all of those things, and how the image affects the way we see ourselves, the way we talk about ourselves. So I jump on it. And so my motivation was more to talk about human experience, life in general, and also I really like to talk about the beauty of something out of echo. I don't know how to say this one, but to really portray the beauty, the pain, and the ups and downs of life.
Yeah. I think you really reached out with your films. I really like that one I watched. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here. We will see each other again on Saturday. Yeah, and ja, danke auch, liebe Zuschauerinnen und Zuschauer, dass ihr wieder dabei wart. Schaltet auch morgen nochmal ein, wenn das letzte Talent interviewt wird. Und seid auch am Samstag um 15 Uhr dabei, wenn wir nochmal mit allen Talents über die vergangene Woche sprechen. Ich freue mich darauf. Bis dahin.